Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Kaepernick now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Peters on the coverage.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And finding the tight end Hooper. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Lets it go for Nelson. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, 41 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 41 Mike. Hey, 91, 91.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Check 26, check 26.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
38-yard line.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. You might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. On now, Tucker McCann. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Score, Ravens 7, Browns nothing. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first.
First down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Pass complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Gain of 15.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route.
Jackson's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play action with Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Caught by Nelson left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick, eluding the pressure right. This is the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
This one caught out wide by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Tucker McCann set to go.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it first and 10. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Keeps himself upright. Flushed, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
A 39-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over, and now you get the second half to play.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 50.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
35-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the carry, it's Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3rd down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Ravens.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Complete to J.K. Dobbins. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 33. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
3-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jackson on first down, rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The Browns take over.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on it. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Baltimore.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Jackson on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
The 50-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Third down.
To throw again is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson will throw again. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Again, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick in the game. And now 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. On a 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Brings up 2nd and
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperate. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the 23-year-old quarterback. And if they find the end zone here, they'll reach that number 23 on the scoreboard. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Brown, the lone receiver, left. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Kaepernick. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Kaepernick. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look